And welcome back. Our next talk is ideas from the next generation of creators. The Entertainment Technology Center at USC has run key challenges asking students recent graduates what they'd like to be able to create in 3 to 5 years they cannot easily create now, and what needs to happen in order to make this possible. This session will further the challenge and show some of the 3-minute pitch videos. So please join me in welcoming Philip Lelyveld.
Hello, and thank you for inviting me to speak to you. My name is Philip Lelyveld. I'm with the Entertainment Technology Center at USC, and I'm here to talk about the Immersive Media Challenge that I'm running. First, let me tell you a bit about the Entertainment Technology Center. We're part of the USC School of Cinematic Arts, but we're entirely funded by our industry sponsors to advise them on the future of entertainment. So we have a number of initiatives going on. I'm Immersive Media. We also have artificial intelligence, including virtual characters, the future of story, and the future of content creation. But I'm here to talk about the Immersive Media Challenge. So what is that? Well, what we're doing is we've turned to the entire student body and we've asked them to come up with concepts for an engaging, immersive experience that should be buildable in 3 to 5 years. We want them to explain what needs to happen to make that possible, and then articulate why they think their assumptions that those things will happen are reasonable. We're asking them to think like futurists. We want them to think in the 3 to 5 year time frame, so they're practical futurists. Anything less than 3 years, you could probably start building today. That's a hackathon, we're not interested. Anything more than 5 years is fantasy land. We can't predict out that far, but we can kind of see Tomorrowland in 5 years. So the 3 to 5 year time frame is what we care about. We want them to think about what happens when technology catches up with an idea that resonates with people. Facebook has been around for decades. I had one in college, it was a magazine. But when technology caught up with it, see how much more Facebook became. We want them to think about what happens when an idea suddenly appears from out of the blue. Nobody thought about the iPhone with all its features until it appeared. Similarly, digital influencers like Lil Miquela, nobody even thought about that a few years ago. Within that context of an engaging immersive experience, we're trying to narrow their thinking, so we give them 4 areas that they can consider: city play, for good, for fun, and for health. And because those cross a number of boundaries, this challenge is not just for cinema students, it's for the entire student body and recent graduates. In fact, we've had winners from engineering and the business school and the medical school and others. We've run this 3 times and we're about to start our 4th. What is involved in participating? We give them a series of 6 questions to help them think like futurists. And those 6 questions are on our website, and the URL is on the last slide of this deck. So once they've worked their way through those 6 questions, their task is to create a 3-minute pitch video. And it's the 3-minute pitch video that we're judging. We're looking for a great idea well told. We care about narrative excellence, as would anyone in a pitch competition, but we also care about the idea that there's something new about it. Why do students want to participate? Well, in this entire process, we're connecting them up with working executives from our sponsor companies and from our member companies, so that the member executives are mentoring the students. It creates a casual opportunity for a structured conversation between the students and the executives, and is great exposure for both of them. So let's get right into it. Let's start looking at some of the pitch videos. I'm going to show you 1 full 3-minute pitch video and then 3 2-minute shorter ones, just to give you a sense of the range of the videos that we're getting and the ideas we're getting from the students. So this first one deals with city play. It's called Art Walk.
50 million tourists visited Los Angeles in 2018, and this number keeps growing every year. Many are attracted by Hollywood glamour and nostalgia. Augmented reality can give them a new way to explore the city and see the scenes where their favorite movies were filmed. Art Walk is a set of highly engaging city excursions with AR elements that allow participants to combine on-site exploration with immersive audiovisual clips and 3D holograms. Users are invited to explore the history of the city via an interactive tour. Art Walk will not only offer useful information, but will also track your precise location and tell you how to find the same views as in famous movie scenes. Once you reach the location where a scene was filmed, the video will be played at your smartphone or AR headset, blending the visual boundary between the screen and physical environment. Users will also be challenged with site-specific questions and quizzes. Group participation will be allowed with a synchronized timeline. Art Walk creates an affordable city and location-based entertainment that aims to engage residents and tourists in educational and entertaining experiences. Unlike VR, it doesn't isolate users in a fantasy world, but rather invites them to explore the real world around, learn more about it, and share this experience with others. Embedding virtual elements in a real-world view requires powerful processors, sharp cameras, a range of advanced sensors, and, most importantly, real-life rendering of data for a smooth and responsive AR experience. Our current 4G network simply lacks the capacity to do so. The arrival of 5G with edge computing will take AR to the next level, massively increasing capacity and lowering latency. In fact, this technology has already been developed. In January, South Korea Electronics and Telecommunications Research Institute announced that it had developed a 5G-based technology that would enable AR applications to send and receive packets of data at speed that match human perception. The widespread adoption of this technology is just a matter of time and popularization effort from big tech. This September, Facebook has announced the development of augmented reality Ray-Ban glasses that are said to reach consumers in 4-6 years. Apple is also reportedly working on AR glasses that could hit the market as early as the next year, which can boost to AR's maintenance acceptance. Another technology that is already used in the latest iPhones is ultra-wideband chips that enable locating and tracking with inches of accuracy and can be used for site-specific experiences such as our AR excursions. Finally, once Art Walk is developed and tested, it can be scaled by designing excursions for other topics: the architecture of Los Angeles, famous music venues, the famous sites of the city's history of human rights activism, and so on. Art Walk can also be used in public museums and galleries, providing both educational value and entertainment at the same time.
Notice that she mentioned 5G in the process of that presentation. Because we run this repeatedly, we try to put a twist on each iteration of it, and we ask students to think about how 5G, with its low latency and broad wide bandwidth, would impact their ideas. That is a very impressive video for a team that entirely came out of the business school, not the cinema school. The next one, Flight of Persephone, has to do with a problem that a number of location-based entertainment organizations are facing, which is repeatability.
Currently, escape rooms have a massive customer retention problem. You can't replay the vast majority of escape rooms once you've seen their puzzles, so escape room operators struggle to attract repeat customers. The Flight is a platform for episodic immersive adventures that can host multiple episodes within a single escape room set, focusing on replayable puzzles, scalable difficulty, and high-tech character interactions utilizing up-and-coming virtual agent technology. Our first adventure, The Flight of Persephone, is a single-room, 5-episode story told on board a spaceship. Flight of Persephone is a physical experience rather than utilizing VR. Instead of playing once and never visiting again, guests would visit multiple times, with the option of purchasing a season pass. Along the way, players meet the ship's erratic AI, Persephone, who interacts with them through the room's screens. This character, utilizing up-and-coming AI technology such as sentiment analysis and natural language processing, can read the room and deliver personalized content or even steer the game in different directions, depending on the mood of the players. While this tech is still baking in the oven, recent advances in fields like voice cloning are making this technology guest-ready fast. Our game's puzzles are designed with replayability in mind, with later episodes building on the puzzle content of earlier episodes to create a unique experience. And unlike most escape rooms, which only offer one experience at a time, all released episodes are available to play at any time, with any difficulty. So one group could play episode 4 on easy mode, immediately followed by another group playing episode 1 on hard. Once the flight platform is created, all sorts of rooms are possible. Imagine a medieval-themed room set within an alchemist lab, a spy-themed room in a surveillance van, or a nautical venture aboard a submarine. In each case, one set can host many episodes of content. We already have an incredible team ready to move on this project. Our puzzle team is made up of world-class designers behind the MIT Mystery Hunt, while I have prior experience at Walt Disney Imagineering. With the guidance of the ETC, I'm confident we'll be able to bring this concept to life.
That team was advised by people from Imagineering, Disney's Imagineering. After they won, Warner Brothers theme park group hooked up with them as well. And we were able to secure $5,000 to allow them to create a pre-visualization of their idea that they take around and pitch to potential investors. The futurist side of that has to do with the AI implementation and how the AI is watching how the participants react and adjusting the difficulty of the escape accordingly. Now, again, the challenge is not just about cinema and entertainment. PlaceLA is about multi-language, multicultural urban planning and neighborhood redevelopment.
Hello?
Hey, so I need an idea for my startup accelerator, and I know you're studying urban planning. I was wondering if there's anything interesting you've been looking at.
Sure. I mean, there's a large disconnect between developers and residents. I was just reading about this. In 2017, city planners came into historic Filipino town wanting to call it the new design district, with a lot of new rules that would really affect small businesses and local commuters. It was super complicated, but it was announced in this one-time flyer announcement, only in English. A lot of people missed it. So I don't know, a lot of miscommunication.
Yeah. I think this could be a cool app idea. We could call it PlaceLA. So imagine if every time there was a new development proposed for a building or a transit system, you could get a notification on your phone. You would be able to go into the app, click on the proposal, and then through an augmented reality mapping system, you could walk around your neighborhood and see what new developments might look like in real time on your street.
Multiple different languages. Maybe there could be some sort of forum where people can make comments.
I think this could be something that could be feasible in maybe 3 to 5 years. We'd start by pulling existing technology, creating a database to update, and then choosing a couple communities to start testing. There's also this really cool company called Bentley that developed an open cities planner, which is essentially an urban planning simulator.
Okay, I don't know. Why is this different?
Well, Bentley's system is geared more towards architects, planners, and governments. But I think we could partner with Bentley, build upon the technology, and create a platform that's open to the public. Okay, so to backtrack, PlaceLA, a web platform and mobile app geared towards residents who want to understand urban developments in their community.
Yeah, I think it's great. Let's make it happen.
Cool. So finally, Aviv is looking to use artificial intelligence for contextualized descriptive audio for people who are visually impaired.
Hello, my name is Tracy Keys, and I'm passionate about using deep learning technology to make amazing entertainment accessible by everyone. I'd like to tell you about my idea that will bring narration to every single program. Audio description is so much more than a closed caption, and it is part of the art of storytelling on screen. Aviv works through deep learning. Firstly, the video is processed through a neural network to create the narrator's script. The network will be trained using the audio description, the screenplay, and other notes on the film. Secondly, the script is translated into the key international audience's languages. And lastly, the narrator's audio track is generated with another neural net based on the script and trained on the narrator's filmography. So just how feasible is this? Video captioning, text translation, and dialogue AI are available now. Orvive will, however, need to learn the art of narration, which is 3 to 5 years beyond the level of natural language processing today. Let's make the idea of narration on every on-screen program a reality. Thank you.
Great. So that gives you 4 samples of the type of submissions we're getting and some of our winners. As I mentioned, this is an ongoing activity. To date, we've done it 3 times, and we've gotten over 50 pitch videos that our members absolutely love watching. People participate, students participate because it's meaningful contact with working professionals, and it's possible that there'll be follow-on funding, technical support, etc. after the competition is over. The sponsors love it because it's structured, casual contact with motivated students, and they get some ideas that could help shape their product and future service development. So we're in the process of planning our next one for the fall semester. We're looking for ideas to spur new thinking so we don't get the same ideas over and over again, which may have something to do with physical distancing. We may use something about the coronavirus situation to come up with a new spin on it. And we're also looking for mentors, resources, and sponsors. So with that, thank you very much. There's more information at the website, which is at the bottom. And now I'm open for questions, or if you have questions later, my email is right there on the slide. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So the next sort of people that would be the next group of students, what do you think the challenge for them is going to be? You mentioned that like 5G was the thing you threw at one group. What do you think will be the next sort of thing you might throw at them?
Right. Well, we're working on that. One thing we found in our planning is that we're going to be focusing this round on building community and emphasizing engagement from the studios and from the students in response to the fact that we may be all working from home most of the time. So what's important to us going forward is, aside from coming up with new ideas for the competition itself, is building that community engagement where the ongoing discussion may be more valuable than the deliverables at the end, or even a closing event, like even conferences now. It may be more about community than it is about events themselves. So we're working from that perspective, and it may have something to do with how do we deal with distancing, but we may want to be a little more creative than that. It's a little too obvious for us.
Great. Well, thank you very much. I think we've slightly gone over our time, but if you can reach out to us. Great. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.